Hello everyone, welcome to Pharmacy Lectures. Today we are going to discuss acetate pathway, how this pathway occurs in especially plants and microorganisms, how this pathway is carried out. And this section is related to chemistry of natural product. Let's start. The key material utilized in the synthesis of fatty acid in acetate pathway is acetyl coenzyme A. Okay, and this acetyl coenzyme A, which is utilized in acetate pathway, can come from decarboxylation, oxidative decarboxylation of glycolytic pathway product pyruvic acid. So this acetyl coenzyme A can come from oxidative decarboxylation of the glycolytic pathway product pyruvic acid, or it can also be produced from beta oxidation of fatty acids, and it can also be produced from degradation of various amino acids. And the important secondary metabolites produced from acetate pathway includes phenols, prostaglandins, uh, and others are macrolide antibiotics, for example erythromycins, together with various fatty acids and derivatives at the primary secondary metabolism interface. Okay, we will discuss here how this occurs. And polyketides are also formed from this acetate pathway. Polyketide means, you can see here, CS2 C double bond O N, the repeating unit of CS2 C double bond O, carbonyl and methylene. Okay, CO means carbonyl and CS2 means methylene. The repeating unit of carbonyl and methylene is called polyketides are called. And these are also once again these prostaglandins, macrolide antibiotics, and many aromatic compounds comes under polyketides. And the reaction which is primarily carried out in acetate pathway is like this: acetyl coenzyme A reacts with another acetyl coenzyme A, and there undergoes a reaction like Claisen condensation. And I want to say that for Claisen condensation, the required material is an ester. Okay, you need a ester for Claisen condensation, and the ester must have alpha hydrogen. This is carbon 0. Okay, this is carbon alpha, and at this carbon alpha you can see here there are 3 hydrogens. So obviously this is a Claisen reagent. I have made a video on Claisen condensation, you can see there. And the reaction goes for simple understanding only. This reaction is for your simple understanding that how poly beta ketoester is formed. It is not that reaction goes like this in plant or other microorganism. It is in separate way, but for basic understanding this reaction is shown here, that one acetyl coenzyme A reacts with another acetyl coenzyme A, and the reaction is like Claisen condensation. And similarly another acetyl coenzyme A can be further incorporated, and this repeating unit of this is carbonyl and this is methylene. The repeating unit of carbonyl and methylene are called polyketides, and these polyketides can be formed. Okay, let's move further. Actually, the reaction that occurs in plants, it is in between acetyl coenzyme A and malonyl coenzyme A. It is because it is easier for the reaction to carry out. The reaction may be fast and the reaction may proceed smoothly. That's why acetyl coenzyme A is converted into malonyl coenzyme A, and only then this Claisen condensation reaction occurs. And you can see here it is like Claisen condensation. This is carbon 0, this is carbon alpha. To the alpha carbon there are alpha hydrogen, and here this CO2 gets removed from here, and it will gain H plus will remove from here, it will gain negative charge, and this negative charge carbon will attack in this carbocation, and here this carbon forms bond with this carbon. Okay, you can see here this is the carbon, the oxygen will gain a negative charge, and later this thiocoenzyme A, you can call it thiocoenzyme A or simply coenzyme A, no problem. This coenzyme A gets removed, it gets removed as leaving group, and this negative charge on oxygen, the extra electron will form bond here, they will give electron to this carbon, and the double bond will form, and here acetyl coenzyme A is formed. So here we have shown this reaction for simple understanding that two acetyl coenzyme A reacts with each other, and these poly beta ketoester polyketides are formed. This was simple understanding. For more precise understanding than this, we have to assume here that acetyl coenzyme A reacts with malonyl coenzyme A, but this is also not accurate. The accurate reaction is what actually happens in the plant or microorganism, the exact reaction is like this. Malonyl coenzyme A reacts with thio-ACP. This is SH, you can call it thio, and this is ACP. Here ACP stands for acyl carrier protein. Okay, acyl carrier protein. It acts as a carrier protein for acyl group. It is acyl carrier protein, and here this thio coenzyme A, this malonyl coenzyme A I have shown here. You can see here malonyl coenzyme A, it forms like this. Acetyl coenzyme A is here, and acetyl coenzyme A in presence of carbon dioxide, biotin, ATP, and this enzyme acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase. In presence of these all, malonyl coenzyme A is formed, and then only further this malonyl coenzyme A comes here, and this malonyl coenzyme A reacts with ACP, and it forms malonyl ACP. And on the other side, there must be two acetyl coenzyme must be fusing. Okay, for basic understanding, this is one acetyl coenzyme A, and other acetyl coenzyme A is here. And this acetyl coenzyme A also do not react as it is. This acetyl coenzyme A will not react as it is. It must first bind to an enzyme. You can see here this acetyl coenzyme A will first bind to enzyme. You can call it thioenzyme, and the supporting enzyme for this binding is malonyl acetyl transferase. This will help in binding of this enzyme with this acyl group. Okay, this is a acyl group. This is acyl group, and acyl group is bound to enzyme and via a thioester bond. You can see here this S C double bond O. This is a thioester bond, and then only reaction will carry out. Like it was said earlier, you can see here it was said earlier that here one acetyl coenzyme A reacts with another acetyl coenzyme A, and further acetyl coenzyme A can be added here, and poly beta ketoester is formed. This is for simple basic understanding. For simple basic understanding only this is shown here. It is not exactly it happens like this. And this is also for basic understanding that acetyl coenzyme A do not react as it is with acetyl coenzyme A, it reacts with malonyl coenzyme A only. This is also for basic understanding. And the main reaction, what actually happens is this. This actually happens. Malonyl coenzyme A first reacts with thio-ACP, and it forms malonyl ACP. And on the other side, for other acetyl coenzyme A, it reacts with thioenzyme, and this thioenzyme, upon reaction with thioenzyme, the product formed is acyl. This you can call it acyl. Okay, this enzyme, and they are bound together. This acyl and enzyme are bound together by a thioester bond. That's why it is called acyl enzyme thioester. And now only the reaction will carry out. Now this malonyl ACP, it will react with acyl enzyme thioester like Claisen condensation, and there is a presence of enzyme also. Without this enzyme, the reaction cannot be carried out. And the enzyme is keto synthase. You can simply assume from this name that some keto compound will be formed. You can see here keto synthase. It will do synthesis of some keto compound, and the keto compound is beta ketoacyl ACP, just like in our previous Claisen condensation reaction. Here you can see here also this is carbon 0, this is carbon alpha, and this is carbon beta. To this beta carbon there is a ketone group. Okay, here poly beta ketoester, like that. Here this is a beta ketoacyl ACP. Beta ketoacyl ACP, you can call it as a whole, as a acyl you can call it beta ketoacyl ACP. Of this acyl position to the beta carbon there is a ketone group. And up to now, let's repeat this once again. Malonyl coenzyme A, it is formed from what? Acetyl coenzyme A. Okay, it is formed from CH3 C double bond O S CO A. It is formed from acetyl coenzyme A, malonyl coenzyme A. And malonyl coenzyme A cannot react as it is. It must first bind to ACP. Then only it can react with this acyl enzyme thioester. And here also acetyl coenzyme A, it will bind to enzyme by a thioester bond, and its name is called acyl enzyme thioester. Now these two will react. The reaction is like Legend condensation, and the enzyme which carries out this reaction is ketosynthase. From its name it will synthesize some keto compound, and this is beta ketoacyl ACP. And let's look further. And this beta ketoacyl ACP, which is just formed by the enzyme ketosynthase, and this beta ketoacyl ACP will undergo reduction in presence of enzyme ketoreductase. This ketoreductase will carry out reduction, and this needs a cofactor. The cofactor which is required is NADPH. NADPH, it will provide hydrogen to this. It will add hydrogen here. It will add hydrogen here, and its name, full form is reduced nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. And most of the enzymes, general enzymes in our body or plant, they give stereospecific reactions, and here also stereospecific reduction of carbonyl group occurs, and the configuration formed is R configuration. And you may ask how this is R configuration, why this is not S. Let me first clear it, how this is R configuration. Okay, to conclude it is R or S, you must first decide which is the chiral carbon. The chiral carbon is this. This is the chiral carbon, and you must know what are the four substituents, what are the four primary atoms that are bonded to this carbon. Which atom is bonded to this carbon? One is hydrogen is bonded, another oxygen is bonded, here one carbon is bonded, and another carbon is bonded. And after finding the bonded atoms, we must prioritize these bonding atoms. To whom to give the first priority, whom to give second, whom to give third and fourth priority. Generally priority is given to that atom which is having highest atomic number. So of carbon, these two are carbon, here is hydrogen and oxygen. Obviously oxygen is having the highest atomic number, so oxygen will be given number 1. And next, this carbon is bonded to another carbon, and this carbon is bonded to hydrogen only. So obviously carbon is given priority, then hydrogen. So this carbon will be given number 2, and this is carbon, this is hydrogen, so carbon will be given number 3, and this hydrogen is number 4. We do not need to write number 4. And another important criteria is the fourth positioned atom, which is in whatever is in fourth position, it must be back of the plane. You can see it is shown from the dotted line that it is back of the plane. It is all correct. Now let's see the movement of these atoms, how they go. 1 2 3, it is clockwise, and whenever the rotation is clockwise we call it R configuration. R means rectus or right or clockwise. This is R configuration. And the product form is from beta ketoacyl ACP. Beta hydroxyacyl ACP is formed. You can simply call it beta hydroxyacyl ACP. Here you can see this is carbon 0, this is carbon alpha, and this is carbon beta. To this beta carbon there is a hydroxyl group. Okay, this keto group is reduced to hydroxyl group. That's why it is called a beta hydroxyacyl ACP. Acyl it is called because of, for this whole structure you can call it acyl. For this whole group you can call it acyl. And after formation of this beta hydroxyacyl ACP, the next reaction which occurs is dehydration reaction occurs. Water group gets removed from that group, and the product formed is alpha beta unsaturated acyl ACP. You can see here is a hydroxy group, and one hydrogen gets removed from here, and here a double bond will be created. You can see like this, here double bond will be created, and the removal of this oxygen and hydrogen is also stereospecific removal. Okay, and the product formed is E, new product E configuration it is having. And let me tell this how this is E configuration. Here is a hydrogen, hidden hydrogen. Let me draw that hidden hydrogen, and here is also one hidden hydrogen. And to know the configuration, it is E or Z configuration, we must first decide in which two carbon atoms there is double bond. The double bond having carbon is, one carbon is this and another carbon is this. And next we must decide what substituents are there in each carbon atom. In this carbon there is one substituent, there is another substituent, and in this carbon this is one substituent and this is another substituent. And now we must give priority to these substituents. Okay, like I said earlier, the atom which is having highest atomic number will be given highest priority. So obviously here carbon will be given priority as number 1, and hydrogen will be given priority number 2. of this carbon, okay, of this carbon. And here of this carbon, this carbon will be given priority number 1, and this hydrogen will be given priority number 2. Now let me draw a plane in here. Let me draw a plane and look at this plane. Look, highest priority atom are on same side or opposite side. These two are highest priority atom and they are on opposite side, so that's why it is called E or anti-G or opposite. That's why it is called E configuration. So from this beta hydroxy acyl ACP, alpha beta unsaturated acyl ACP is formed, and here also dehydration occurs, and later from this alpha beta unsaturated acyl ACP, the next product is from this alpha beta unsaturated acyl ACP, the next product is fatty acyl ACP. Okay, the next product is fatty acyl ACP, and here 3 reactions can further undergo. If it is complete, if it is having around 14 to 16 carbon atoms, if this fatty acyl ACP is having around 14 to 16 carbon atom unit, then if it is if the cell's motto is satisfied, okay, the target is achieved, then it can undergo here cleavage. This SACP, it can undergo cleavage, and it with the help of thioesterase enzyme, a fatty acid will be formed. Or this ACP group, this ACP or thioACP group, this it can be removed and it can be replaced by thiocoenzyme A. You can call it thiocoenzyme A, or you can simply call it coenzyme A, and the product formed is fatty acyl coenzyme A. This portion is fatty acyl and this is coenzyme A. Or if the carbon atom is not sufficient, if it is having just 4 carbon unit, then the reaction will further continue, cycle continue, and 2 carbons are further added in this process, and cycle will continue here if the carbon atom is not sufficient in here. Let me see this. Let us see this in this simple structure. Okay, let us repeat here. Malonyl ACP, it is formed from malonyl coenzyme A. It is formed from malonyl coenzyme A, and malonyl coenzyme A is formed from acetyl coenzyme A. Okay, and next here, the acetyl coenzyme A, it must be first bind to thioenzyme, and the enzyme which will help here is malonyl acetyl transferase. This acetyl coenzyme A gets converted to acyl enzyme thioester, and now only the reaction can occur between malonyl ACP and acyl enzyme thioester, and the reaction occurs with the help of enzyme ketosynthase. The first product formed is between these two is beta ketoacyl ACP. And let us see the how many carbon atoms is formed if this is a first reaction. If this is a first reaction, malonyl ACP is having 3 carbon, but one of its carbon gets removed as CO2, so you can simply call it as a 2 carbon unit. And this acyl enzyme thioester, this is also having 2 carbon unit. Okay, so 2 plus 2 carbon, a 4 carbon unit beta ketoacyl ACP is formed. And next, here only the keto group gets reduced to hydroxy group. The carbon atom is same. Here also 4 carbon. Here dehydration occurs. Carbon is not removed here, only water is removed. So here also carbon is 4 carbon. And here reduction occurs, hydrogens are added, no change to carbon. Here also 4 carbon. And next, generally fatty acids contain carbon atoms 16 to 20 carbon atom. It can vary according to a different organism. Around 60 to 20, let us assume, are carbon atoms required for a fatty acid. And for this 4 carbon will not satisfy as a fatty acid, so cycle must continue. Further 2 carbon will be added in this system. 2 carbon will be further added, and it will be of 6 carbon next time, and further 2 carbon will be added, it will be 8 carbon next time, and in this way cycle will continue. And upon if after 5-6 cycles or after some certain cycles, around 16 to 20 carbon atoms fatty acyl ACP is formed, then either it can form fatty acid with the help of enzyme thioesterases, with the help of enzyme thioesterase, and or it can form fatty acyl coenzyme A by reaction with thiocoenzyme A. It can form this. These two can occur if certain number of carbon atoms are satisfied. And these all. Now let's see the significance of this estate pathway. Uh, the plants or microorganisms can utilize this estate pathway for production of various classes of compounds. This estate pathway can help the plant and microorganism to produce aromatics. It can help them to produce macrolides. It can help them to produce prostaglandins or alpha linolenic acid or omega-3 fatty acid. It can help them. Now, how these will occur? How these different classes of compound can form from this estate pathway? First, let's see here in this chain. Let's look at here. And this is a simple fatty acid synthesis process. First is beta keto ester. Ketone gets reduced to hydroxy, just like that previous one, and hydroxy gets removed. Dehydration occurs, and alpha beta unsaturated compound is formed, or conjugation is there. And then later further hydrogen is added by enol reductase, and this reduced ester or saturated fatty acid is there. Now in some cases the cycle can go as it is. Cycle can go from year to year to year to year to year to year, and cycle can continue. And in some cases the cycle continues from here only. It forms beta keto ester, and again cycle continues here. Okay, it can better explain from this. We can better explain this from this. Let's see here. First forms beta ketoacyl ACP. Normally this reaction goes as it is. Beta ketoacyl ACP forms, beta hydroxy forms, unsaturation is there, and saturated fatty acid. Normally it goes like this. But in some cases, if the plant has to form aromatic compounds, if the microorganism is intended to form aromatics, then what will happen in that case? After formation of this beta ketoacyl ACP, it will not go further. It will not go like this. Okay, it will not go further. The cycle continues from here, and further 2 carbon are added, and again poly beta keto ester will form. Again 2 carbon unit are added. Again 2 carbon unit are added. Again let's see this with the help of reaction. Yes, from this reaction we can tell it. Generally the cycle has to continue. This ketone group must be reduced, okay, according to the cycle. If you go through the cycle, this ketone group must be reduced to hydroxy. But in some cases, if the plant have to synthesize aromatics, then in that case what will happen? This will enter the cycle again. Again this will enter the cycle, and 2 carbon will be added, and like this type of compound will be formed. And again this will enter the cycle, and again acyl group will be added, and like this type of compound will be formed. And from this class of compound, this group of compound, easily aromatics can be prepared by plant or microorganism. I think you got it. You can see no reduction of keto group. Okay, the cycle continues from here. From the beta keto ester, cycle continues. No reduction of keto group, and so here poly beta keto ester is formed. This poly beta keto ester is formed, and these will give rise to aromatics. There are example of various aromatics. Example cynoside, there is an aromatic ring. Okay, cyanidine, tetracycline, there is aromatic ring. Glycylfulvin, aflatoxins. These various classes of compound can be formed further. And now if the cycle goes like this, if there is keto gets reduced to hydroxy, and hydroxy gets dehydrated to conjugated ester, and there is a varying amount of reduction. In some cases there is dehydration. Then in that case you can see here is a keto, this is ester, and here is a unsaturation, here is a ketone, here is a hydroxy. So there is a varying amount. Some can be ketone, some can be hydroxy, some can be unsaturation, some may be hydroxy. So in these, if this type of compound is formed, the plant or microorganism is intended to form macrolides. Macrolide class of compound will give rise here. In case of example erythromycins, tylosin, ivermectins. Now if the cycle goes as it is, ketone, hydroxy, and conjugation and reduction, and all the ketone groups are reduced, then saturated fatty acids are formed. And further from this saturated fatty acids, further unsaturation occurs, and through that unsaturation, prostaglandins, arachidonic acid, alpha linolenic acid, and omega-3 fatty acids can be formed. And there are various other significance of estate pathway also. Let's look at here. Here it is given example of tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and the important thing we have to remember here is the mycolic acid. Okay, the mycolic acid present in its cell wall. Uh, the mycolic acid present in its cell wall is a very long chain fatty acids with 24 to 56 carbon atom. Okay, it is very much lipophilic. Now, to kill this mycobacterium, we must enter the cell. Okay, if this is a mycobacterium and it is having outer covering. To kill this mycobacterium, we must enter the cell. We must enter inside the cell and kill it. It is very difficult for any drug to enter inside the cell. The drug must be very much lipophilic to cross this 24 to 56 carbon atom system. So we can design some kinds of drugs. And one more important thing is here, there is fundamental difference between mammalian fatty acid synthase 1 and bacterial fatty acid synthase 2. There is a fundamental difference in the enzyme. So we can target this bacterial fatty acid synthase 2 enzyme. We can target this enzyme, and if we disrupt the function of this enzyme, if we disrupt the function of fatty acid synthase enzyme, I think I forgot to tell you one important thing. This whole process, this process of reactions, it is all carried out by fatty acid synthase. But you might ask question that there is ketosynthase, ketoreductase, dehydratase. These all are domains in that enzyme. The enzyme is a single polypeptide. These all are ketosynthase, ketoreductase, dehydratase, enol reductase. These all are the domains in that enzyme, fatty acid synthase. The single name which is given to the combination of all these domains is fatty acid synthase. Fatty acid synthase carries out the reaction. The fatty acid synthase particularly present in bacteria is fatty acid synthase 2, and we can target this fatty acid synthase 2 due to its difference between mammalian fatty acid synthase 1. And if we are able to disturb the function of this fatty acid synthase 2, then it will not be able to properly form mycolic acid. If the mycolic acid are not properly formed, then our drug can easily penetrate whatever drugs we are making, and these drugs can easily kill this tuberculosis bacteria. This is one significance by utilizing the help of acetate pathway. Another important significance of acetate pathway is we can disrupt the function of this fatty acid 2 enzyme present in Plasmodium falciparum, the causative agent of malaria. And if this Plasmodium falciparum is not able to make the fatty acids of its outer cell membrane or cell wall or for other function, if it is not able to use this enzyme, then it cannot form fatty acids, which is required for various processes, and we will be able to kill this Plasmodium falciparum. Another significance of acetate pathway is some of the microalgae, example Crypthecodinium coni and Schizocrytium species, subspecies, are currently exploited for the commercial production of DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. This is a omega-3 fatty acid. It is required for infants, it is required for pregnancy lady. And generally omega-3 fatty acids are derived from fish products, from fish liver or certain other products. And if we are able to derive this DHA directly from microalgae, then I have to tell you one important thing, that fish gets omega-3 fatty acid from algae. The smaller fish eat algae, then the smaller fish are eaten by bigger fish, and the omega-3 present in the fish is derived from algae particularly. So directly we can obtain omega-3 fatty acid from microalgae. Okay, this microalgae utilizes acetate pathway for that synthesis. Next significance of acetate pathway is triglycerides. Triglycerides are produced predominantly from glycero-3-phosphate by esterification of fatty acyl coenzyme A. This fatty acyl coenzyme A, this is a product of acetate pathway. Okay, this is also another significance. And another significance is natural waxes. Natural waxes can be formed from fatty acyl coenzyme A, and fatty acyl coenzyme A is a product of acetate pathway. Another important significance, DHA, same thing, docosahexaenoic acid. It is important for infants, for pregnancy, and its deficiency has been associated with cognitive decline and the onset of Alzheimer's disease in adults. And another significance is Let's look at here. Prostaglandins, leukotrienes are found in most tissue and animal organs, and they are vital for living organism. And for the production of these prostaglandins, we need what? We need omega-3 fatty acids. And omega-3 fatty acids are also called essential fatty acids. Like essential aromatic amino acids, these essential fatty acids cannot be produced by our body. We must take essential fatty acid from our diet. That's why they are called essential fatty acid. Okay, this is all for the significance of estate pathway. And one more important thing I have to tell you here is, first, during the production of fatty acid, first a saturated fatty acid is produced, and the saturated fatty acid undergoes dehydration. Saturated fatty acid undergoes dehydrogenation. The dehydrogenation can be carried out by these enzymes. You have seen a delta 9 desaturase. One enzyme's name is, another enzyme's name is omega 3 desaturase. If the desaturation, its name is omega and delta. Okay, if counting the carbon, if we are counting carbon from your terminal position, your last position, then its name will be omega. This is omega 1 carbon, this is omega 2 carbon, and this is omega 3 carbon. If you are counting carbon from here, from front, from C double bond O, then it will be counted as delta 1, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, delta 4. And our animal body do not contain omega 3 desaturase. It is only particularly present in plants, algae it is present, or microorganism it is present. In mammalian, generally it is not present omega 3 desaturase. So we cannot synthesize omega 3 fatty acid in our body. We have to take omega 3 fatty acid from plants or from animal products. We have to take. In our body, omega 6 desaturase is present, okay, but omega 3 desaturase is not present. And whatever enzyme desaturases creates a double bond from this last position. If the enzyme creates a double bond at 3 position in here, the enzyme will be called as omega 3 desaturase. If the enzyme creates a double bond in here at position number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if the enzyme creates a double bond here at position number 6, the enzyme will be called as omega 6 desaturase. If the enzyme creates double bond at here from position number 9, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If the enzyme creates double bond at here, the enzyme will be called as delta 9 saturase. It is for convenient because it will be very difficult to count 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So for convenient, it is given the name omega 3 or delta, it have given name. I think now it is all complete for estate pathway. Let me revise this once again. This pathway, let me revise this. Then our lecture is finished for estate pathway. Okay, malonyl ACP. Malonyl ACP is formed from malonyl coenzyme A. It is formed from malonyl coenzyme A, and malonyl coenzyme A is formed from acetyl coenzyme A. The reason for forming malonyl coenzyme A is it is giving a smooth reaction, very good reaction it will give. And on the other side, acetyl coenzyme A must be first bind to enzyme through thioester bond. Then only the reaction can occur between malonyl ACP and this acyl group, and the first product formed will be beta ketoacyl ACP with the help of enzyme ketosynthase. And next, keto reductase will convert beta ketoacyl ACP into beta hydroxyacyl ACP. Yes, here keto is reduced to hydroxy in presence of this cofactor NADPS also. And next, this hydroxy gets removed and one hydrogen also gets removed, and here water is removed here, and the enzyme which removes the water from this beta hydroxyacyl ACP is a dehydratase, and the product formed is alpha beta unsaturated acyl ACP. And further, of this alpha beta unsaturated acyl ACP, enol reductase utilizes NADPH and forms fatty acyl ACP. If it is a first unit, if it is acetyl coenzyme A and malonyl ACP only, it is, if this reaction is having for the first time, the carbon atom will be here 4 carbon. If second time it is occurring, the carbon will be 6 carbon. If the third time, it will be 8 carbon. Fourth time, 10 carbon. Fifth time, 12 carbon. Like that it will occur on. 2 carbon will be added in each cycle. And if sufficient number of carbon atoms are here for fatty acid synthesis, it can undergo these two processes. Either it can form fatty acyl coenzyme A by reaction with thio coenzyme A, or it can form fatty acid by reaction with thioesterase convert. And one important thing I have to tell you here is this ACP. You can see here in each step here ACP is as it is. You can see here up to fatty acid ACP is as it is. There is no change to ACP because ACP is a binding protein. It is a acyl carrier protein. For example, assume the reaction is, this is a whole fatty acid synthase enzyme. This is a whole fatty acid synthase enzyme, and in the middle of here is a ACP. You can assume it as a ACP. Okay, it is like this. ACP is like this, and let's see, this is our domain, one domain, and of the enzyme. Let's suppose it is a ketosynthase, and let's suppose this is ketoreductase, and let's suppose this is dehydratase, and let's suppose this is enoyl reductase and thioesterase. Okay, so let's suppose this is ACP. Okay, this is ACP, and to this ACP, what is attached here? You can see here malonyl group is attached here. Okay, so this is a malonyl group attached to ACP, and here a acyl enzyme thioester is here. Acyl enzyme thioester is formed, and this whole portion is the area of the enzyme. This whole area is the enzyme of ketosynthase. This whole is ketosynthase. Okay, ketosynthase domain, and this ketosynthase will help to react these two groups, this ketosynthase, malonyl group and acyl group. And this ketosynthase will help in these two groups to react, malonyl group and this acyl group, and the product formed is beta keto acyl ACP. And after formation of this beta keto acyl ACP, it will be transported into this enzyme next further. Suppose this is ketoreductase. This is ketoreductase domain, and here what happens in this ketoreductase domain? Beta ketoacyl ACP is converted to beta hydroxyacyl ACP. Now here beta hydroxyacyl ACP forms here. Now further this ACP, it will take now this beta hydroxyacyl ACP to this domain, and this is dehydratase, and here dehydration occurs here, removal of water molecule occurs here, and the product form is alpha beta unsaturated acyl ACP. Now this ACP, the ACP will take this alpha beta unsaturated acyl group into next domain. This is enoyl reductase. Now ACP will take this alpha beta unsaturated acyl group into this next domain. This is enoyl reductase. Okay, this is enoyl reductase. This whole is enoyl reductase. Now what enoyl reductase does? It will reduce this alpha beta unsaturated group into saturated fatty acid, and this can, if the reaction is complete, if the number of fatty acids are as it is, how much the cell wants, then it can it will go to thioesterase. The ACP will take this molecule to thioesterase, and thioesterase will break down this ACP into fatty acid, fatty acid ACP into fatty acid, or if the cycle is incomplete, then it will take this fatty acyl ACP, it will take this fatty acyl ACP to again this ketosynthase. Again 2 more carbon atoms are added, and cycle will continue here till the sufficient number of carbon atoms are produced, and in this way the fatty acid is synthesized. So if you have any questions, comment in the comment section. Okay, see you in next video.